Hey there, Jim Toscano here, and welcome to the Monday night live stream. Hopefully, my volume is good and you can hear everything okay. I am gonna play that opening track from the credits when I roll the credits at the top. I'm gonna play through that opening track and share the chart, and then kind of talk about a couple of the parts that are in there because it's gonna tie into tonight's live stream. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to the Monday night live stream. This is kind of, you know, my Monday night gig. So I just want to have some fun tonight, go through some different things that are going to it's going to tie into the book, Filling in the Grooves, and it's going to tie into my hand technique workshop that I do on Thursday nights. And those two things in mind, we're kind of bringing together my two steady live streams that I do every week. I am going to check into my little chat app just to make sure the chat app is functioning. And I see Lucia's in there. Let me hit the split screen for the chat, and then we're gonna play through the tune. Maybe I'll share the chart while I'm playing, which would be kind of cool. I think I should be able to pull that off in a moment. So I'm just going to let this populate a little bit, and then I'll do that. Let me just double check one thing. I'm pulling over my little chat app just to make sure that I'm actually logged in. I believe I am because I think I see a couple of people in there. Once again, my eyes are not great. I can't see everything. So anyway, where's my glasses? Now I'll be able to see what's going on. So, Lucia, yes, it is you. It is just you and I right now. Excellent. Hey there. What's up, Ross? Good to see you, buddy. It was great seeing you earlier today. Ross is a fine drum teacher himself from Ohio. And I'm actually working with Ross, helping get his tech together, get his gear going, which is super fun. I've been doing a lot of that kind of stuff lately, which I do enjoy. And I'm just going to let this roll a little bit. I'm going to put on that track from the book and try to play it well. So I use that as the intro music, so I really never play that track, but I did in the very first live streams. By the way, this is live stream number 26. 26 of these. So I think I only shut it down maybe 1 or 2 weeks where I didn't stream since back in January. So it's been really steady, and I appreciate you guys that have been sticking with me on it. I really, really appreciate it. And by the way, there's a PDF of tonight's lesson that if you follow the little tiny URL that'll go by shortly in my scroll, if you follow that URL, it's also in the description, so you don't have to write it down. You can click on it in the description. If you follow that URL, you can download the sheet for tonight. I also do that with the Hand Technique Workshop, which I have up in the corner here. The Hand Technique Workshop also has a lovely PDF that if you follow me, you get these updates and these PDFs. I also have my virtual tip jar up there, which, hey man, we got to do these days, right? So no amount too small. So that's there. And but definitely subscribe. If you subscribe to my email list, I'll keep you abreast of what's going on with live streams, technology stuff, and also, of course, all the drumming goodies, Hand Technique Workshop, Filling in the Grooves, Monday night stream. And also follow my YouTube page because there's a lot of live streams up there. There's a lot of material. I'm trying to get around to editing them once in a while, but most of them are the live streams, the full live streams archived up there. Some of them are edited down. Every once in a while, I review a piece of gear, so follow my YouTube channel. And my social, you've probably found me on Facebook if you're here tonight, or on Instagram. I'm pretty easy to find, and Twitter. And we're also streaming on Twitch tonight. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to actually play this tune, and I think what I can do is if I get my split screen correct, I can at least share the first page, because I think if I try to share both pages, I'm going to have to try to turn the page, which is not going to be easy while I'm playing. with a mouse. But I'm going to show you that first page. It shows some of the little subdivisions, and it's a really simple sort of jazz fusion 6/8 thing. So let me get my split screen. I can show you that, I believe. There it is. All right, let's do this little tune, and then we'll talk about it afterwards, and then we'll get into the lesson for sure. Let's see what we got. Okay. Yeah, had a little volume issues there. Apologize. Couldn't hear it in my headset, so that is not fun. Hopefully you could hear the tune. Kind of couldn't hear the track in the middle there. But anyway, so the point being is that one of the grooves in that tune is this. So I'm playing this. So that is loosely based on the double paradiddle, and that's kind of where we're going to start tonight with how to break that down, and then some of the little subdivisions we'll get into a little bit later, and some of the alternate grooves that I came up with afterwards, which are sort of this split kind of suggesting a quarter note thing. All right, so let's get down to it. So what I'm going to do is let's switch up this sheet over on the split screen, and let's bring up the actual sheet for tonight, which is this. And hopefully you can see this okay. I believe that you can. So I could just call it double paradiddle fun. This is one of like the many sheets that I use in my lessons, and I do believe it's fun. I think it's fun. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just me that thinks it's fun. But let me check in really just quickly and just see, because I see a few people populated in the chat. I just want to say hello real quick, and then we'll get back to that. It's not updating on this side. It's only updating on that side. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Now it just updated. And then we'll get into it. We'll get deep into it. So, all right. Yeah, man. That is what we were doing in our lesson yesterday. That is absolutely correct. That is what we were doing in your lesson yesterday. Let me see that name there. Benzie Drummer. Yes? You know what? I saw somebody start following my YouTube channel today, and it said Chids Drummer. And I was like, Chids Drummer? We do the Chids, right? We do it in the hand technique workshop. We do it in lessons. So welcome. I think it says Benzie Drummer. I can't really see from here. Let me do you a service and at least get your name correct, because if I don't, let me see if I can pull this over. Vinay Drummer. Yes, I've seen you before. Vinay, what's up? All right, cool. I hate doing that. I apologize if I get your name wrong. That's really like ridiculous. All right, so Steve Ford, what's up? Oh, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. This is I enjoy this. I have a super fun time doing this, and that's what it's all about. Steve, I'm going to be getting in touch with you this week about some technology for your daughter, I believe, right? So I think Dave Weckel gave you my number, but yeah, we'll be in touch. All right, cool. So let me pull up that split screen, and we're gonna go through the lesson right from the beginning, really simple stuff, and then we're gonna build on it from there. Okay. So we're looking at the double paradiddle tonight. I've done full live streams on the 6-stroke roll, the paradiddle diddle, and I was like, you know what? Let's do the double paradiddle. I'm not going to use the practice pad. Let's just play on the snare. Everybody knows their double paradiddle sticking, I hope. If you don't, you got it now. And if you follow my my little mailing list, I'll send you the sheet. Okay. So I didn't put any accenting in. This is the basic sticking, no accents for the moment. Right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. This is not a circular rudiment, as I call some of the other ones. This one absolutely switches sides. And why don't we do this? All right, before I set up the metronome, we'll just do the basic sticking. So right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, basic sticking. Now, it's a 6-note group, and obviously we could do that as, is this my overhead cam? Let's see. Hey, you're not switching cameras for me. What are you doing? The switcher is not switching. This is bizarre. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. The switcher is not switching. I'm not sure why. Okay. Let me see something. Huh. That's strange. Let's try that again.
Switcher is not switching.
Okay.
Not sure why that's happening tonight. Hey, we have a glitch with the gear. Very strange. Okay. Anyway, back to here. So I was going to give you an overhead view, but I can't seem to switch to it. 6-note sticking. That could be triplets, correct? It could also be, I wrote 8 notes there. It could also be 16th notes. And so we could do 8-note triplets. These 16th note triplets. I just did 16th note triplets. So now 8th note triplets. So we could do 8th note triplets or 16th note triplets. We could do right, so we could play 16ths, which would be nice and cross-rhythmic. Actually, if you do that in 3/4, obviously it'll resolve. So that's our sticking. Now, very simple. You must memorize your sticking. You can't be thinking about the sticking when you start to try to explore this, right? You want to have your stickings down to a point where it's not in the front of your mind that you have to work on that. That has to become automatic, right? Now we're just going to split the sticking. So I can split it right and left for you, and then I'll do it my way, my lefty way. But now that's very nice, easy, elementary approach to it. We're not worried about stickings right now. I mean, we're not worried about phrasing right now. We're just doing the sticking. We're not worried about accents. We're not worried about subdivisions. Strictly the sticking. Right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. For my lefty piece. Left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right. Simple sticking. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. I hope. And now, the next thing we can do is, let's put a little emphasis on that snare on the second half. So we're going to go. Right, 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 left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. So I'm starting to accent a phrase accent every 6 notes. So we're getting that emphasis on the one, emphasis in the middle on if we were playing 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Or if we were in 6/8 time, that would be 16th notes. I wrote this in 6/4 just for ease of reading it, but we are going to apply this really in 6/8. So if we were, let's say we had this going. This is going to be really slow, I believe. Let me see what I have set up here. I should go to the other measurement. I'll put this one on. This is already set up, I think, in 6/8. So let's see what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're putting in that emphasis on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. So let's just add the feet. We're going to put in the 1 and we're going to play that same emphasis on the 1 with the bass drum flip. Really simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really super simple. I'm going to move this closer so I'm right there. All right, so really super simple. So we're keeping that form, we're keeping the accent structure very simple, and we're just playing the one bass drum note, okay? So now, practice that if this is new to you. If this is simple, we're going to get to some stuff. But if this is new to you, practice that. And notice that I'm starting to play the other snare notes very quietly to ghost those and give it a little more shape to this groove, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, that little rudiment lends itself very well to feeling, having this 6/8 feel in a groove. Just the rudiment right out of the box the way it is, right? So if you were just to shed on that, and so I'll put it on the ride cymbal and snare, and then I'm only going to use that as my fill movement. I'm just going to orchestrate a little bit. But if we're going... fun to play, really simple. Double paradiddle, we're using it exactly the way the rudiment is normally written. Now, some of you may be used to the double paradiddle like this. So I'm taking out that second accent and keeping it more streamlined. Now, as a variation, you could do that. So what if we were doing the two accents? I'm jumping ahead for a second here, but just to explore that for a second. So I'll just put it on the cymbal side. On the right, left, right, left, right. So. I don't like it so much on the snare side, but it's okay on the cymbal, right? Now, before we get too much further ahead, I'm getting a text from Vin, and I'm assuming that this is an issue. Vin, what's up?
You got an echo on your feed.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, nobody's telling me.
Yeah, they went in the chat. They're telling you.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to solve that. Thank you, Ben. Going to see where it's coming from. All right. I was just told that there's an echo in the feed. So I'm not really sure where it's coming from. I'm going to look real quick. I have a feeling that maybe there's a browser open with YouTube on it. Something? I don't know. Did the echo, was it there from the beginning, or did it just start?
Oh no! What happened?
All right, let me check it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the standby screen for a minute, and I'm going to go look and see what's open. I have a feeling I might know. All right, I'm going to go check it out. I'll be right back.
All right, I think we're back and we're okay. Vin, if you would text me and tell me if we're okay. I believe that we are good. I believe that what happened was the roll-in switcher. Remember before I said I couldn't switch cameras? The roll-in switcher crashed and it turned on all of the camera mics instead of just my drum mics. So, yeah. A little bit crazy, but we got it fixed. I believe we're okay. I believe we are back. So, please let me know, though. Vin, if you could just text me and tell me that we're all good. Apologies. These things do happen from time to time. I try to minimize the amount of times this happens, but I think we're back. I think we're good. I'm going to check the chat right now. And let's see what the chat population is telling me. I think we're good. Let's see. And I think I caused it before by actually hitting the Roland switcher before, and didn't know that I was doing that. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let me check it out real quick. I got to do a quick chat check-in. We're going to see what's up, what's up. All good now. Yep. Oh, man. That's crazy. Patrick Calvin, what's up, dude? Sorry about the echoing thing. Rocco, thanks for chiming in. The echo is done. Thank you, Lucia. Thank you, Ross. Thanks for everybody letting me know about the thing. We're good now. My apologies. So, these things every once in a while happen. Pat Galvin, how you doing, buddy? Miss you, man. Childhood friend hanging in here tonight. Pat Galvin lived in our neighborhood. Sweetheart of a guy. Good friends with my neighbors at the Falcos. Well, cousins, really, right? I believe. So I think we're all good. Listen, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go over the last couple of things because I feel like that was a little rough. All right. My apologies on the weirdness. Here we go. So let's get back to it. Let me bring up the metronome again. Wow. Very crazy, very crazy. Sorry, so sorry, guys. But, you know, listen, this is what happens once in a while. I'm so busy working on everybody else's stuff. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Two accents. Okay. So the idea being that we're taking this simple rudiment and we're starting to split it on two sound surfaces, okay? And then by adding a little bit of phrasing, we start to bring out the kind of the shape of that rudiment, and it's leaning more towards obviously like a 6/8 sort of rock Afro-Cuban thing because we're putting a backbeat in there. And we're getting this, this is the other thing that's really cool. When you're working out your rudiment ideas, always take a moment and silence one limb. So if I do this, so when you start to separate the limb, you hear the melody that one limb owns, right? So 1, 2. Which is very close to a 6/8 Afro-Cuban bell pattern. We're missing one note. We're going to do that substitution in a moment. And then on the snare side, right? Put them together. 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we're looking at, the two sides of the rudiment, understanding that really well. And, again, 6-note rudiment, really a standardized rudiment, but when you start orchestrating it, it really does lend itself to some creative ideas. Okay, so now, we did the 1 accent, the 2 accent thing. Now on the fourth example, so we're going across 1, 2, 3, 4. On the fourth example, I bring in the snare substitution. which is going to just basically be this. Instead of playing the full left side double paradiddle, we're just going to play single strokes on the second half. So what we get is this: right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And then we have to do a double stroke on that last right to go back and start over, so we get this little pickup note: right, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right. So right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left. So if I split it, okay, so for you righties, okay, so that's that fourth example, right, where we do the substitution. So now if we start playing that substitution, look what happens to the bell pattern. Okay, so if we do that, now we have that 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, 2. So now if we put in that backbeat again, so we're using that double paradiddle as a resource to get to this point, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Now, something I meant to mention before we did that substitution, when we were just still in the paradiddle, I didn't mention this, it's not written in here, but you could orchestrate with the toms and do this. So we're just moving the left-hand part from the original double paradiddle. So I'm still staying in that normal paradiddle sticking. And it sounds great using that orchestration, opening up the toms for that. And then the same thing, you know, when I did the fills before. So right there, you know, very melodic. I'm using 4 toms, but right, that could be it. So it's really a nice punchy rudiment, right, to throw on the drum set. Okay, so we moved on to 4. We did the last substitution, substituting the last left of your double paradiddle to a right stroke. For you lefties, it would be your last right being substituted by a left. Now, if we stay in that, we can play that 2 accents that we did before on the first half with the bass drum, and then we'll keep the new sticking with the left substitution at the end, the right substitution for the left stroke. So it would be this. And you can hear I'm also putting in a little drag right there. And that little drag just gives it a little more feeling. You get to dig in a little bit, give it a little more grace notes, right? right? So it gives it a little bit more feeling, right? A little that zhunk sound, right? That really does give it a nicer feeling. Like, let's put it on the hat. So again, simple rudiment being kind of shaped and molded into this groove setup. And again, you know, when you play it as a fill, just use the same sticking. You can use that new bell pattern sticking now, right? I tend to do the diddle at the end just because it's easier to kind of set up for your exit strategy. So by the way, notice I started using the hi-hat for the orchestration. So I'm still doing basically number 5. There's the paradiddle, right, with the diddle on the end. That's the substitution on the bell. So you can alternate between the double stroke on the end or the single to give it that Afro-Cuban bell pattern. And the little grace notes that I was doing here, I just transferred up here. And I'm probably playing it a little more precise up here, less buzzy and zhung. And up here I'm giving it a little more rhythmic value. See that little double stroke, definitely. So that sounds really good with the hi-hat orchestration. And it does change it a little bit, right? It gets a little lighter. Right, so when you go to the snare, it gets a little busier sounding. So this kind of opens it up a little bit. By the way, that accent right there is the bell pattern being just thrown on a crash. So watch. I'm doing a little bass drum, little pickup note, a 1. And I'm still doing the ghost notes. Right, so if you wanted something really heavy, I don't have my china set up. We could do it over here. We could do something like, right, so I use the floor tom and like a ozone evolution crash. So I actually put every half of the paradiddle, of the double paradiddle, on my bass drum and cymbal. Right? Which gives me a really punchy thing, and then I'm filling in here. And that could be a snare. Let me see. I'd have to cross over a little bit, but watch. Oh. I usually don't play that righty, so it's kind of a funny thing with the foot. All right. So anyway, so we're into basically the next one now. Anyway, 3 bass drum notes, right? So we're going. So having those 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1. So the 3 notes are nice. It's just I gave you all the possibilities on this. So on that one, you know, I probably wouldn't be doing that necessarily as a bass drum pattern. Maybe if the tune asked for it. But I would use that as like a little emphasis. So if you're playing. Right, so it just gives you a nice variation to have. So that would be number 6. Okay, so I'm going to go to 7. Now 7, I'm kind of doing these already, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and that was definitely in the tune that I played before. So now again, you can use that double snare hit, the diddle, or you can do this bell substitution. And it's very punchy. It's busy, right? I mean, it's real busy. I would say use it sparingly. And by the way, you could take and mix and match these. So you could do like, which is kind of what I just did. Let's do we'll do number 1, number 7, then number 3, number 7, number 5, number 7. Right, so I did 3, 7, 5, 7, 3, 7, 5, 7. Now you have a 4-bar phrase, right? So mix and match, trade with your friends. It's super fun. All right, so we'll keep moving. We're going to number 8. That one's nice. I like the accent after the backbeat. Right, so that gives it a little more punch. Then the next one, we add another bass drum. So we're eventually adding in every single bass drum, right? So now the next one. That one would be really nice with barks. So you could do. Right, so I mean, it's really, you know, super fun to play, you know, and like I said, once you get it in your hands and your feet, you can start to add these little things and keep building on it. I like when they get a little more syncopated when we start taking notes out. Let me check in with the chat real quick and say hello. I hope you're having fun. I'm having fun. I don't know about you guys, but I am having a good time just playing through this stuff just because I enjoy it so much. And, you know, I've been fortunate to like be able to play on a bunch of tunes that have this kind of feels going. And it's super fun for me. I mean, it's something that's near and dear to my heart. I just enjoy this stuff very, very, very much. So let me check in real quick. Let's go down to the bottom here. What's we got? Let's see. We got, okay, we got sound fixed. Everybody's good. We're all good. John DeBow, what up? Holy moly. John DeBow, holy moly. Remember the Chocodiles? It was crazy. We were just kids. He knows what I'm talking about. By the way, John DeBow is the nephew of Chet DeBow, and all you guys that know Chet DeBow know that these two boys do the hip pickles and they go out and play really amazing percussion and drum music, marching type stuff, chops for days. These guys are killing it. I've known John DeBow and Chet DeBow since I was just a wee lad in Santa Mariches, hanging out, going down in John's basement, looking at his Ludwig Vistalite, red and blue Ludwig Vistalite kit, which is what totally turned me on to drumming. I blame you, Mr. John DeBow and Mr. Chet DeBow, for nurturing that desire. As a kid, John DeBow and Lou DeBow Jr., we had a little band. We played it at a nursing home. We played some the theme to MASH and the Pink Panther theme. John played trumpet, I think, and Lou played piano, and I played drums. I don't know, something like that, right? That definitely went down. By the way, John DeBow is a very talented musician. Besides the drumming, he plays a bunch of various instruments. Had some very COVID related stuff over the last few months. Some very, very funny things on John's Facebook account. I will say also that John's got this killer Meatloaf tribute deal, Bat Out of Hell, and holy moly, like, they are good, man. And they were supposed to come to town and play, and of course the pandemic hit. They were supposed to come to Staten Island and play, and it didn't happen because of the pandemic happened. So hopefully that's going to eventually happen again one of these days. But John, I love you, brother. Grew up playing, playing with you, playing Fort and all that good stuff out in Santa Mariches. And your uncle is the bomb. I love him. Chet, man. Yeah, John Gill, what's up, brother? Yeah, very cool. Studied with Chet for 8 years. Holy moly. Yeah, man, I got all Chet's books over on my bookshelf over there, and I played through all of them, and I totally dug it. The funk drumming workbook drove me bananas when I was a kid, but that was super fun to work on and get down. And I use that from time to time with my own students. Vincent LaRussa, who's in here, great student of mine. He was working on the funk drumming workbook for a short time, and yeah, so John Gill, man, good people. Yeah, great instructor, awesome drummer. But you know what? Chet DeBow is an awesome human being. I love that guy. He's so great, man. And John DeBow, all these guys, Lou DeBow. In fact, those three peeps, we went to see Zappa play Zappa at Westbury a few years ago. So we had a great time hanging out together. That was really awesome. Dan Andre, what's up, man? What's going down, Dan? Good to have you in here. Yes, double paradiddles are so much fun. There's my sister and my mom. My sister and my mom are in here. And actually, what's kind of funny is my sister loves to do double paradiddles. I don't know if you know that. There's a little known fact. She loves the double paradiddle. Trish, what's the sticking? Come on, tell me. And my mom's got her practice pad out. I know that for sure. Chet's book for teaching great hand development books. Yeah. Listen, Chet's reading book was really great to use for beginners. Reading Rhythm was the book. And, man, they're spiral-bound books. They're on my bookshelf. I got them all over there. One night, maybe I'll bring those out. He's got the Funk Samba book. Damn, Chet was doing some great stuff. Lena is dancing. Is she dancing, or she's just hanging out with you, Lou? All right, let me get back to a little work, because we're definitely going to, That's because they're great. Love it, Dan Andre. Um, so, yeah, let me get back to this for a little bit of time because I'm afraid that, like, what do I got? 5 minutes left? Jeez, what happened? All right, so holy moly, the time flies. All right, this is what I'm going to do real quick. So, check this out. Um, I'm going to play just a couple of these more syncopated ones. But there's something else I wanted to kind of bring up, which is kind of a fun thing. But let's look at maybe number 11. Okay. So we're playing the last partial on that first half of the right, left, right, left, right, right with the bass drum. So we get that little doom, do da, right? And that one takes a little practice just to time that out and get it correct. So I really like that one. And then if you go to the next one, we add in the one after the backbeat with it. So So that's kind of a nice one. And you can even just practice working on the one after the backbeat. Right, so that's a really good accent. And then number 13, we're going to put in the one after that. So we're moving to the next partial. Right? So, it's like eventually you have all of them in there, but all of these combinations are super fun to do. And the last one. Okay. So, the fill things we kind of went through a little bit, but what I'd like to do is this. So, what about if we were to play this 6/8 feel? And then let's play just paradiddles for a couple of bars. And then go back to the double paradiddle. And the purpose of this is to have a little bit of pulse change. And so what we're going to do is we're basically going to use, we're going to jump onto the quarter note pulse, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what's nice about that is it gives you, and it's in my tune, and that's why I brought it up before, it gives you this chance to sort of go into what seemingly is a 4/4 funk kind of feel, and then back into the 6/8. So we get this. So what is the trick? The trick is no trick. It's just keeping track of it. But you can suggest 3/4 time without playing in 3/4. You can play a 4/4 feel, and you just have to feel that. So the way I feel it is either a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E. and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you could do it that way. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1. So it's sort of just, utilizing the various subdivisions that are in our 6/8 time to suggest that you could do the same thing in the opposite direction, right? You could be playing 1, 2, and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and so 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1, right? So then now you're counting, if you were in 4/4 time, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1. And a 1 and a 2. But it takes 3 measures of that to 3 measures of the 4/4 time to come back if you're playing in that 3/4 time over it. But so you have to get to the point where you're not having to really count it like that. But when you're working on it, absolutely do the counting. Spend the time on it, and you will get this stuff to feel great that way. So again, back in the 6/8, like in the tune, I was playing that. So it's super fun. I mean, it's really punchy kind of feeling stuff. I was going to get into another subdivision tonight, but it's 5 after 8. I am going to have to wrap this up. But I was going to get into this one. 1 E, a 2 E, and a 3 E, and a 4 E, and a 1 E, and a 2 E, and a. So using the dotted eighth pulse. Maybe next time, right? Maybe next time we'll get to that. Anyway, super fun tonight. I had really a really fun time sharing that stuff with you guys. And I know, like at the beginning, my switcher went bananas and I had the echo happening. My apologies up front for that. I try not to let those things happen, but I am working by myself, and from time to time, it just happens. So I hope you enjoyed what I do here on the Monday night streams. I've done some interviews with musicians where we've actually virtually kind of played together. So we've done interviews. We've done sort of behind the tracks and kind of talking about how we built certain tracks on records, which is super fun. I always do stuff from the book and the Hand Technique Workshop, kind of tying into that. If you like what I do, try to follow me on definitely on YouTube. I'm trying to build that channel. And on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. My virtual tip jar is up. No amount too small if you're one of the lucky ones to be, doing okay and working in this environment. Great, we appreciate it. So it's up there. And thank you for everybody that chimed into the chat, because I really appreciate that. It was amazing seeing good buddies that I haven't seen in a while up in here, like Pat Galvin, John DeBoe, like guys showing up out of the past. That was crazy. I was very, very blown away by that, because I think I just closed my chat window, because I haven't, some of those guys I haven't seen for years and years and years. So just really quickly checking in real quick. John Gill, always good to have you in here. Dan Andre, always great to have you hanging out. My sister, my mom, and I think that I can't see the bottom of the chat window, so this always happens to me, and then I miss some of you guys. But it's all good. I know, I appreciate you all, and that's what it's all about. And this is, spending this time with you guys, for me, is super, super fun. and always makes my Monday night. So do follow me and sign up for my mailing list. I'll send you all these lovely little PDF files, and I'm always happy to spread the joy in sending out my stuff. And I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you guys Thursday night for a hand technique workshop. If you come down to that, do show up with a practice pad and sticks. You can pop into the Zoom if you're one of my students, and if otherwise, come and follow us, and we'll have fun on the Thursday night live stream, 7 p.m. Same place, hand technique workshop. Thank you. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm gonna roll the titles if I can find the titles. I can never see what I'm doing. I need my glasses. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.